This episode of Comic Empire is brought to you by Forever Films. Memories have to be captured.
Alrighty, folks. So today, very lucky as I'm here with my great friend Nicholas Rogers. Obviously, on today's episode, we'll be speaking about our top 5 comic book deaths. So pretty excited, Nick.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So we already previously came up with our top 5 list. So number 5, we decided The Flash.
The Flash.
Barry Allen.
Barry
to be more
Allen.
specific. Yeah, fastest man in the world.
Yep.
So
That was during the.
That was during Infinite Crisis.
Yep.
He basically sacrificed himself to save the world.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine kids reading that comic and
Huge fans of the Flash.
huge
Right.
fans of the Flash. The Flash
and
to
they
me,
were done for 20 more years, pretty much.
20 years. Yeah, Flash
They
was
never
dead
saw
for
Barry
20
Allen
years.
after that.
And for anyone who reads comics, basically, when people die, they don't really die unless they're Bucky.
And it's usually not even for a long time.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
for a year.
But they kept Barry Allen going for 20 years. Like, that's a feat. in
And
itself.
then, but it's not like that. Once Barry Allen died, Wally West came. And Wally West, for most Flash fans, is their favorite.
Yeah.
Is their favorite rendition of
Well,
the
he's
Flash.
funny. Right.
He's funny, he's tough. He's more,
He's the quick-witted guy, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
for
knows
sure.
him from the animated series.
yeah. So, I mean, that is easily why he's on our top 5. I mean, just imagine being a young boy reading this and, oh no, like, he died. Like, Barry Allen just died.
Yeah.
But then it was more of a bittersweet moment because now you got Wally West.
Mhm.
It's a new fresh-
chapter in the Flash series.
Exactly, a new chapter.
Yeah.
And you know what? They did it really well because now in the new 52, it's Barry Allen's run, but guess what, guys? He's done too. So Wally West is coming back. So it's kind of a repeat of what we have seen from Barry Allen dying the first time.
Mhm.
So, sad to say it, but that's that. Flash ran a bit too slow for that one. Speaking of running slow, Spider-Man actually ran a bit slow,
Yeah.
and he could have saved Uncle Ben.
Yep. He could have saved.
He could have saved him. And you know what? To me, that's what makes Uncle Ben's death that much more special. If there ever is a
yeah.
special death,
Mhm.
that's what makes it.
Definitely.
It's kind of crazy and kind of sad because he could have saved him, but he's like, oh no, don't worry. The cops can handle that. Like, you know what? That's not my problem.
Well, it's his
I have
ultimate
superpowers.
It's his ultimate dilemma, right? Like, he's always thinking, because of Uncle Ben's death, it's always his responsibility to.
Yeah, it definitely
Save others,
molded him
right?
into the superhero that he is today, without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
If you question that, you need to read this comic again.
One of the best deaths.
One of the best deaths whatsoever. Although it wasn't actually Uncle Ben who said, "With great power comes with great responsibility."
The most common.
That is the biggest
misunderstood
misconception in comic book history. Okay.
Yeah.
For you fans out there, Uncle Ben did not say that. It was the narrator.
We should actually show the little title.
Yeah, we'll show that. We'll show that somewhere. Mitch will get that. Our cameraman.
Yeah.
I guess he's pretty good for something after all, right? I think
Move on to the next
think
one.
we can move on to the next one. You can introduce that one if you want.
Jason Todd.
Oh.
That name should probably ring through the ears of many Batman fans.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, just
The death of Robin for Batman. That must have been devastating for him.
man, I wouldn't even be able to think about how heartbreaking that is for
Batman as a character already is based on him losing so many people in his lives and losing the one person he was supposed to be a watchful protector of, and it just slipped
And you
through
know
his
what?
fingers.
It's one of the only times where Batman has truly failed. Batman failed,
Yeah.
and now he's got to live with it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And you know what? To me, another thing that makes it special too is it's not only the fact that he died, but it's who killed him.
Right.
It was the Joker.
The arch nemesis.
Okay, and he took a crowbar, a freaking crowbar to his face.
Yeah. It really sets up Joker
Yeah.
permanent status.
Sure.
as his
Also,
arch
for you guys, watch the animated version of that. Red Hood. Yeah.
Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Great.
Amazing.
Great
Probably my
animated
favorite animated movie. Number 2, folks. This is a tough toss-up. I mean, there's so many great comic book deaths. Although,
But we're talking about the ones that changed.
we're talking about the ones that changed everything, okay? So we're really slowing up to this. Hopefully you guys can try to guess who this is. And if you do guess it, then...
It's not really one person, though.
No, it's not one person. It's 2.
So we're kind
It's
of
2
cheating. We're
very-
kind of cheating a bit.
It's 2 very, very rich people.
Very rich.
Very rich with a big heart.
Yes.
Should we let them know? Or...
We should let them know.
All right, we should let them know. So we went with Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne. So, wow, there is so much that we could say about that.
Yeah.
Because think about
It started Batman.
it.
Because Bruce
Absolutely.
Wayne was an innocent child.
Innocent child. You know what? When you're raised up in a family with that much money, you have life made.
Innocent, spoiled, pretty much child.
Yeah.
With a pretty good upbringing, with a father that was dedicated
Without
to
a doubt.
trying to rid Gotham legally, whatnot, with his means and
Yep.
whatnot. And then Bruce Wayne, all of that is taken away from him.
And kind of going into a bit of the Spider-Man aspect, how Spider-Man could have helped save Uncle Ben. Still to this day, in a couple of renditions, Bruce still feels like it was his fault. Had he not been scared of those bats, he would have not went out into the alley with his parents, and they would have not been shot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting too. Which brings me to my next point: the fact that, you know, it's absolutely crazy, even for me still today, to think that, you know what, his parents, everything that they died for represents what Batman stands for today.
Yeah.
Okay? They got shot. One of Batman's main rules: he does not use guns.
Yeah.
He refuses to.
It must have been like imprinted in his mind from that point on.
It's amazing. And you know what? To me, the fact that it came out in, what was it, 4 books, something like that,
Yeah.
but issues so far in. Like,
Mhm.
I personally thought they would have did that within the first 50 issues
Right.
of the first volume of that, but they didn't, which was really cool to go back to it. And
Right.
I absolutely love that. The Waynes, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of glad they passed away, because now we have one of the world's most
Well, we wouldn't have
greatest
had
superheroes.
Batman otherwise, right?
No, we wouldn't.
We probably would have had Bruce Wayne, the guy who's constantly trying to improve Gotham through
Exactly.
his financial means. We'd still have that,
We would.
but we wouldn't have the vigilante at night who's
Oh, no.
trying to rid.
And that's
the
another thing
supervillain.
too. His vigil. Oh man, his villains himself make Batman who he is, dude.
Right.
It's amazing. I mean, if you even think about it, the Riddler trains him and his mind and everything,
Right.
and the Joker.
And the Joker's
Joker's
always
crazy.
pushing.
The Joker,
Oh my God.
Joker's always pushing. The Joker doesn't even want to know who he is.
Right.
He is
Joker's
willing.
always just playing a game, right?
Yeah, he's literally willing to cut off his face to prove a point.
Yeah.
So, because of this death, we now have probably the greatest superhero in comic
Not
book
even a
history.
superhero though.
Not even super. He's a good human being.
Very
There's
good
so
human
much
being.
to say about Bruce Wayne / Batman.
All right,
Um,
I think we have to.
I think we have to move on for sure. It'll be a long episode. So,
So,
oh,
the
man.
first one,
Oh man, I'm kind of
the
teary-eyed.
first one, the most prominent death
wow.
in comics history, according to us.
No, it's not even according to us. It's basically.
I think it's pretty widely.
It's widely
acknowledged.
accepted. Let me zoom in on that. It's a reprint.
It's a reprint.
We can't
of-
afford it.
We can't afford it yet.
Gwen Stacy. Wow, wow, wow.
The death of Gwen Stacy storyline.
Wow. There's so much we can say, although I kind of want to start with the fact that, again, it's Spider-Man's arch nemesis that caused his
Right.
death.
Gwen Stacy is the person who formed Spider-Man.
Molded and
He may have been sort of a vague Spider-Man, but Gwen Stacy is what
without a doubt,
made
without a
him
doubt, she
fight for like what Spider-Man
Oh,
really is.
She grounded him, and I'm glad they killed her.
If not
because
one of the best.
think
of
about
that.
it, all these great movies, even getting away from comic books itself,
Right.
all these great movies, someone dies in them. Death is one of the most touching things you can read about.
It's one of the
feel,
best.
You feel it too.
It's one of the best things to push a superhero.
Oh, without a doubt. He and Batman alone have went through a lot. But Gwen Stacy,
Yeah.
rest in peace. We love you.
Yes.
All right, so I think we're out of time. So that's it. Oh, before we go, guys, we just want you to check out, please check out Tony Gray's The Conduit. We'll love it. You'll love it too.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic comic book. You know what?
Fantastic
He
book.
does great stuff. He's great to us. Just please check it out. Only $1 comic book. So, Comic Empire, Bird Bouchard, Nicholas Rogers, episode 3. We're out.
So, but that doesn't matter because now you guys know if there's a video. So if you don't want spoilers, stop watching. Okay? You've been warned. But now I gotta give my thoughts on it, alright? So here it is. 30 seconds. Crazy stuff, okay? You see Batman just pulling down this tarp-like looking thing. I mean, it's kind of dark, and then all you see is bat signal, okay? It's awesome.